Action. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the Chemical Man Podcast. I'm your host, Chris. I have my dog in front of me that just can't stand it. Hope everybody's doing okay today and this week. Good month, good week, whatever. All right, Spot. Big baby here. Anyway, today I wanted to talk about troubleshooting and the different things that, we take for granted out there. If we've been out there a long time, we're trying to train somebody, we take things for granted. We expect people to know stuff. We expect people to do troubleshooting on there, but it's a lot more than you think on there. So let's talk about that. So the one good thing I can say about troubleshooting is when you train, are you look at anything? Know your process. Know all the different things out there. Know the difference between a fell open and a fell closed valve. Know how to use a transmitter. Know how to clear level transmitters. Know about how your pump runs. Know about your pressure transmitters. Just try to look at all this stuff. Over time, it's going to come to you, but right off the bat, it may not. So it's just the more you train, the more you learn equipment, and the better you're off. Like control valves. We have control valves out there that when we lose air, some are fell open, some are fell closed. It just depends on where the air goes in on the control valve. If the air goes in one way, it's going to be a fell open. If the air goes in another way, it's going to be fell closed on there. I know a lot of times on like feeds and stuff like that for us, we have usually fell closed. So if we lose air, it's going to close the feeds come in. But that's troubleshooting skill. If a controlman or someone calls you and says, "Hey, my valve's not working right, something's not working right here," go out and take a look. See if the air is lined up to it. See if someone didn't block in the air. It's got power to the control valve. Those are things right there. Same thing with like flow meters. There'll be flow meters. Like I've had times where I've lost flow on my flow meter, and all it was as simple as a switch. Maintenance guy walking around bumped it, turned it off. It just went ... on there. So I told my outside guy, "Hey, go take a look at that. It might be a power switch." He's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, go out there and take a look." So he went out there, and sure enough, turned the power back on, got everything back on there. Troubleshooting pumps and motors and different things like that. A lot of ours have couplings on there. You have the pump motor that goes over to the spindle, and then you have a coupling in between. So it's a safeguard. So if I'm looking at something and my pump showing running, but I don't have a flow, so you tell your outside guy, "Hey, can you go check that out?" And so don't just think it's you lost prime on the pump and you have to just get the prime on the pump. Look at your coupling on there. Sometimes couplings break, and then you'll walk out there and you'll hear your motor running, but then if you don't look in there or in the coupling guard, you may not see if it broke or anything. But if it breaks, then you don't have flow. Sorry guys, my dog needs me today apparently. That's okay. Pressure gauges too. Look at pressure gauges. That's another troubleshooting skill. You might have a pressure gauge constantly read 100 or 75, but it just could be something in the pressure gauge. It could just be something that's pegged out and on there. So you might want to change that out. Level transmitters, learn how to clear a level transmitter. Learn how to go out there and clear it and learn what to clear it with. Some things you usually clear with air. Some people clear it with steam. It just depends on what type of material you have, nitrogen, different things like that. Hopefully not too many people clearing with that. Even as simple as a hose, you take for granted a hose. I had a story about a week or so ago. We had somebody get some acid on his leg, some residual from a hose. He used a hose to clear some stuff. There had a little bit of acid in there. Left it down. The next guy came over, went to go get the hose rolled up. Some residual came out of the hose and got him on there. I mean, he's okay. Nothing happened, but you got to think about things like that. If you use a hose for clearing something, for some kind of chemical, it's probably a good thing to wash it out afterwards. Get it clean for next guy. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, the way things happen to me is if I do it, it's going to come around and get me. Nobody's going to touch that hose for a few days, and when I go grab it, it's going to get me. So I just clean it out and put it up and call it good on there. That's, I know it's as simple as that, but that's a troubleshooting skill. Vacuum issues, that's a troubleshooting skill to learn. If you have a column with vacuum, Figure out why. If you have a vacuum pot, maybe you have water in your vacuum pot you might have to get out. Maybe you're not getting enough steam to pull the vacuum on there. Learn different, there's all types of different pounds of steam out there on there too. Learn, another thing too, a level transmitter is, a level transmitter could be showing good on your column for inside guys, but next thing you know, either your pressure's getting too high on your reboiler or your temperature's getting too high on there, and you're like, huh. So you ask a guy to go out there and blow the level transmitters, and usually that's what it is. It's just an empty column. And then once you get it cleared and it shows you where you're at, then you can start kind of going from there. All types of things. What else? There's just any piece of equipment, just anything you work on out there. Just give it a good look. Get used to it. Learn it. Learn that if here's another example too. You're out there with the maintenance crew and they're putting in a pump. You got electrical crew, everything. I've seen people put a pump in and wire it backwards. So if it should spin this way, it spins this way. And you're like, well, how come we don't have a flow? Well, spinning the wrong way. I've seen check valves put in the wrong way. Yes, it has an arrow on there, but I've seen people put it in the wrong way. And next thing you know, you go out there, and if you didn't make your round or check the work after maintenance went out there and looked at it and just assumed that it was good, it's happened to me. I guarantee it. It's happened to somebody else out there. Check valve put in the wrong way. I've seen valves put in the wrong way. You think about a valve. When you open a valve, when you close a valve, if the line goes this way, the valve should go this way. And when you open a valve, the valve goes along with the pipe, right? So it shows like the flow. But I've seen it. But we've had it in there where open is closed and close is open. It's happened to us before on that too, and that's just something on there. Strainers, if you have strainers, you might have two strainers on either side. You have a backup one and a regular one. You go out there, you line up the one, offline one, and you close the one that was online, and you still can't get a flow. Well, now you probably have to clean two strainers. So someone just kind of screwed you on that one. Now you got to clean two strainers on that one. I know it's simple as that. It's a troubleshooting skill too. Big things too. Take your time when you're troubleshooting. Take your time. Just walk things out. If the unit's going to crap, who cares? Take your time. Be safe. Let it go, and you can figure out as you go. I'd rather have a safe operator lead with me than a guy that gets hurt because he's trying to go too fast or he's trying to not paying attention. Just take your time out there. We all get paid. We all get paid by the hour. We get paid good money. We can take our time to go look at things and make sure we're figure stuff out. If you have a good controlman on the inside, he can figure stuff out too. Raise the level over here, lower the level over there. You move stuff around. You got a good team together. You can make anything happen on there. Offloading trucks is another one you can talk about troubleshooting. Make sure that when you offload a truck that you open your vent valve on top, or you open the manway on top of on there. You or some of them you have to hook up nitrogen to it as you offload. I don't know if anybody's seen it. If anybody's seen those videos, when you're sucking off something and you don't have a vent or anything, just like a beer can just crumbles in there, man. And you don't want that. You don't want that on your hands. So, take your time on that. Another simple one is making sure the right product goes in the right tank. I've seen too many times where we've gotten trailers in and we've had to send it away because of the wrong product. Here's one that's another troubleshooting when you're out there. So we do confined spaces. Majority of the people do. One thing is a lot of times they'll have to have an air pack. We've had air packs come over there that say air on it, have all the tags on it. When you go check it with your LEL meter, it is not even close to being air. It is something totally different. So you got to do all those checks. You got to take your time, make sure everybody's safe. And that was not a good thing. If we didn't check that would have been a bad day if we didn't do the proper checks on that one. That's why we take our time, do our checks, and we make sure the maintenance crew goes home just as like as us on there. But yeah, it kind of got me thinking. I was working around the house doing troubleshootings. Think about stuff like that. You have a busted pipe at the house. That's a troubleshooting. You got to troubleshoot where to cut the water off. What size do I need? What to do here? It's simple stuff like that. But if you just take your time and ask the right questions and ask people to go out there and help you, then you shouldn't have a problem at all, and you should go home safe like everybody else. But everybody have a good day, a good week. If you have any questions or comments, leave some below. If you want to tell some stories, that'd be great. Like how do you troubleshoot? How do you teach troubleshooting on there if you've done that? That'd be a good one too. Anyway, everybody have a good day. Like, share, subscribe. Once again, if you need help with your resume or anything like that, go ahead and send me a copy of that, and I'll be more than happy to look at it. And until the next time, all y'all take it easy and be safe out there. Thanks.